This evening we'd like to introduce a guy that is an NRHA Top 20 professional multi years. He's also limited open futurity champion and multiple APHA world champion, Mr. Casey Deere from Weatherford, Texas. Casey's going to walk you through a little bit of reining and show you what it's all about.
Thanks, John. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming in the rain. I want to just demonstrate a few of the maneuvers that we have here in the Reining pattern. Guys, I never heard the final word. Do we have somebody else going to ride too?
Yeah, we have a couple that are going to ride.
Okay, perfect. Very good. Well, I may need to turn this mic down just a little bit.
Sounds good. You're good.
You guys can hear us okay? I'm not.
Yeah, good.
Okay. A reining horse should be, as our aid general calls for, willingly guided and dictated to completely with little to no apparent resistance. So everything that we try to do with these horses should basically look like the horse is doing it by himself. Most of the time, sorry, we're still on. You guys still hear it?
Yep.
Most of the time, these horses enjoy their job, and that's what we're all after, is to make it where the horse is happy and has a decent look. Now, this horse has been used, this is the third time today, by different riders, so he may not be quite as happy about his job as he was this morning. But if you have any questions along the way, feel free to stop me and ask me. The first thing I want to demonstrate to you is the spin. Now, we do 4 of these in a pattern, each direction. Every pattern has 4, some call for 4 1/4. And they'll be in the center of the pin generally, with the exception of one pattern that will be at the end of the run. So I like to be able to sit completely still here on my horse and have the horse be quiet with his feet and not necessarily have attention, but prepared to do what I'm asking him for. So I'm just going to ask him to spin 4 times to the right here. Okay, so everything we do here, I try to get lined up. You guys see these cones here? Thank you. We have the cones that we try to get lined up on. So the reining begins with a 70, a score of 70, and that varies as you go through the maneuver. Each maneuver is judged from a -1.5 being the worst to a +1.5 being the best. And then along the way we have penalties that we have to worry about also. So all the runs that you're seeing on TV here, with the exception of this freestyle, has a little different set of rules, or what you guys watched here. Every little bit of variation from perfect is going to cost some points. So we have to make sure that everything is lined up here. For instance, on this 4 spins, I have to stop right at the cone. If I'm off by 1/8 of a turn, which can be as little as this much, that can cost me a 1/2 point. Up to any more than that, to this can be a 1 point. And if I go more than that, I'm completely out of the whole deal. So the reining is a very precise sport that, one, takes a lot of finesse and skill to operate, but we also have to be fast and aggressive with it. I think it's probably safe to say that the stop is kind of the trademark of the reining horse. That's the one thing that really sets it apart from every discipline. So we have to make sure that our horses, A, have the ability, meaning they're sound and capable of doing the job, and B, that we've got the appropriate equipment, which would be a special shoe to help them slide. And we usually like to put skid boots on them to protect their back feet when we do it. But we also have to make sure that we've developed any natural ability that they have. Most of these horses are bred to do that stop. I would say that 95% of the 2-year-olds that I start every year, when I quit riding, the first time we ride them, they generally stop. I mean, that's something that kind of is bred into them. So it's really not something that we have to teach a lot of. We just kind of have to develop that particular maneuver. So I'm going to demonstrate that stop. There's a lot of things that we have to do to get them to continue to want to do it or to enjoy doing it or do it when we ask them to. But most of the time it's fairly simple for them. If you saw there, I really didn't do anything but just tell him when to stop. All I actually did was say the word to him. Now, I can pull this horse. If I need to, I can lope up and I can pull him into the ground. So I can stop him off my hand there. I can stop him off my feet by pushing these feet here. But personally, my favorite way to stop him, because I think it is, I think it's probably the least amount of interference in that horse's stride, is to just say the word to him. That way he can finish his stride. So if I let this horse stop when he's ready within my parameters, he's going to be able to get into the ground and give me the best slide. Okay? Now you guys notice there, anywhere I ask this horse to, it's little to no effort for me to get him to come back. Okay? I'm not having to pull on the bridle reins. This horse is very well broke. Mentally, he's very submissive. That's a very good quality in a reining horse.